Hello and welcome to this presentation on our implementation project. So the problem we chose was called n slimes. So basically the problem is you have n elements of an array in a row and you can merge any two consecutive ones, and the cost of that is the sum of the values of the array. So the array is given some weight, that is its index value. So the idea is to minimize the total cost incurred. So the brute force solution obviously is you can enumerate over all possibilities, all possible merges, and you can see which is the minimum of that. Of course, it's correct algorithm, but as you can see, it takes order of n factorial time. The reason is it's n minus one choices for the first merge, and when you do that, you have an input size of n minus one, so it will be n into t of n minus one. The reason is into or not plus, so that we're enumerating over everything without discarding any solutions. So as an example, you can see here if it's 10, 20, 40, you can either merge these two or these two. Of course, this is quite a small example, so it doesn't go up to n factorial. You won't see the effect of n factorial rather. But as you can see, if n is let's say even 50 or 100, it will be astronomically long, so we have to better. So that gives us the dynamic programming, and we can see specifically that this is a 2D problem in the sense that you have to find the minimum total cost over a range, in our case 0 to n minus 1. So we can consider array I to j as a segment, and whose value dpij is the minimum total cost from from this index I to this index j. So the idea is you have a magic index k in the middle of this I and j, for which if you merge these two segments between I to k and k plus 1 to j, we get the minimum total cost. And now the work done to merge that would be the sum of the values between I and j. We have proved this uh, in the latex doc, you can see there. And of course, that introduces the notion of partial sums as well, or as is also called prefix sums. So that gives us a recurrence. The idea is to find this magic index k, and we do that by just taking the minimum of all eligible k. So k will go from I to j minus 1. And the reason it's I and not I plus 1 is because we could have element 2 arrays as well. So we have to take care of that. So like I mentioned earlier, dpij is equal to minimum of I less than equal to k less than j, dpi of k plus k plus 1j plus p sum j minus p sum I minus 1. So this is basically array of I plus array of I plus 1 plus so on till array of j, which is also known as prefix sum as indicated here. Now order validation. So since we're doing a bottom-up approach, we have to see the dependency diag or the dependency graph, and we have to see if our ordering we produce the DP table buildup matches this kind of diag or respects the ordering. So first we construct this and take the reverse topological sort and see if our ordering is valid. So the ordering we've taken is we come for the I, so it's a 2D um, it's a 2D for loop, so it's I and j. So I we go from the right and j we go from the left, all possible values of j. So when we do that, we get this kind of ordering for this, where 1, comma 2 is dp of 1 to 2. So we're calculating dp of 1 to 2 here. This is a good path to follow because it respects the ordering. So now we've done that. We will show you the code as well in the next part of this video. But for now, this is an example of the execution. As you can see, this is the dp table. This is the algorithm we're going to follow, at least the crux of the algorithm, the main part of the loops. This is the first loop, as I said, this is the second loop. So you can see this goes from the right to left, left to right. And we take all the intermediate k's and we see which is the minimum. So it's ij or ik, k plus 1j plus this prefix sum difference. As you can see here, for this array 1, 10, 20, 40, you have 3 steps, 1 to 2, 0 to 1, 0 to 2. And after the end of it, you get this as your DP table. And the answer is array DP of 0 to n minus 1, so 100. So the code, we have put the link in the doc as well. So let me show you the walkthrough of the code. So this is our code. It's written in C++ and it's fairly simple because we saw the crux of the algorithm just now. So this is a global array of DP. So it's a 2D array, as I mentioned earlier. I to j would contain the minimum cost of merging the slimes from I to j in that segment. PF sum is a prefix sum, so it contains the array values up to that index. There's a very simple order and algorithm as I'll now illustrate. And this is the input array. Now, granted, these are global arrays, we can make them dynamically allocated as well, but this is just to enhance readability and to make it look good. This is INF. So as you might have seen over there, you have the infinity symbol and some of the arrays. Those are basically unreachable and those are redundant, but we keep INF over there as a symbol for infinity. So this is long, long int. So we take the input as usual, and now this is for the prefix sum. So we know that for any sequence, let's say the sum to n terms is Sn. So Sn minus S of n minus 1 is T of n. So that's what we exploit that property here and we construct the prefix sum array. Now the Base cases for it is obviously dp of I comma I equal to 0. So that's to prevent size 1 discrepancies. So we do that here. Otherwise, it's infinity. Because we're going to minimize it, it's good to put infinity first so that we won't have any issues minimizing it later on. Or we would know if it's unreachable. So like I mentioned earlier, this is the loop. So we go from right to left for L. So L is I in this context. And we go from left to right for R. And clearly R has to be 1 more than L at least, because otherwise it'll just be 0. And this is K equal to L, K less than R, K plus plus. And we use the recurrence relation we just explained just now. So that is this 83 to 90 is basically the crux of the algorithm here. Once we run this loop, and we'll show how long it takes as well, it takes order n cube time. And the reason why it's order n cube, but maybe looks like order n squared, or it may not look so straightforward. We have proved it using submissions, and we've proved it using number of table updates in our doc, so you can see it there. And then obviously you have to print out the value because that's what the algorithm needs. So it's 0 to n minus 1. So that is the algorithm, and that is also our code walkthrough. And thank you for watching.